Creating an event. Once again, 10 steps, 10 guidelines, 10 reminders of what are the actions that you should take into consideration when creating an event. An event, whether it's a big or small, it really helps you to strengthen your relations with your potential, current, future clients. First thing, you should really try to operate as much as you can your professional network. The people you know, the people that you have met in your professional career, the most recent one, and really concentrate on them. So, second thing is concentrate on the recent contacts. Why? Because they are probably the most active ones, they are the ones that remember you best, and they're the ones that probably could help you to develop future projects or maybe introduce you to someone else. Put together an event which actually highlights your professionalism. What are you good at? What are you best at? What are your key services and how do you want to market them for the future clients? Accreditation system, very important. When you put together your event, you have to have a way of recollecting the data, the information about the people that participate to the event, and therefore there has to be some sort of receptionist, some sort of person at the entrance that collects the business cards or any other form of information in terms of telephone numbers, email addresses, so that you can actually put together a mailing list which will be very helpful for you in the future. How do you plan an event? You should plan it with attractive elements. What are the attractive elements? It's the content, first of all. What sort of highlights you want to give to your content. It's obviously the location, whether it's a conference room, a conference space, whether it's more outdoor-oriented, indoor-oriented, the actual physical location. Is it in the center of town? Is it in a conference center? Whatever. But make sure that when you choose the space, the location, it actually reflects the type of event you want to come up with. Speakers are probably the most important element of your event. How many speakers? What type of speakers? What kind of message each speaker can actually help you with and provide the information required. Remember, generally speaking, it's always important to ask external speakers and not just people from your own company, so that you actually have an awareness that other people around you are interested in your business and know what your business is about. When you organize your event, you should also plan for yourself and your staff to be available to talk to the people that participate to the event before and after the speeches or the different phases of the event. English word that you may or may not know, mingle. Mingle means actually going out with the crowd and talking to the various people that are there at the event. When you design your invitation, remember that they should be simple. You should be able, at a glance, when looking at them, to understand when is the event, what time, and where is the location and the content. So don't overdo it, don't do super fancy graphics, just try to be straightforward with those key informations. How do you send your invitations out? You should probably send, first of all, the famous save the date, and then follow up with another invitation that gives all the proper information and reminds people that the date is getting closer, the week before, 3-4 days before. On the last invitation, once again, remember you clearly state the place with the address, the time, the length of the event, and the content. After you've actually sent the invitations out and the event has taken place, it's not finished. Remember, you have to call people up again. you have to thank them for having come to the event, and you have maybe to propose another meeting, which is a more personal meeting at your office, at an external location, come for lunch, have a drink, whatever. But the event, it's only the beginning of your future professional prospects. Creating an event in the evening, yes, of course, why not? But just bear in mind that there are cultural differences. For us in Italy, it's nearly obvious to create an event that ends up with some sort of cocktails or maybe even a light dinner. Whereas in other culture, you may want to organize it at a different time. Very often in the United States, an event is more in the morning that ends up at around 12:30, followed by lunch or not. There isn't a fixed rule, but I think you should really adapt to the local cultures. Good luck.
An event in 10 steps. An event, big or small, allows you to establish and strengthen relationships. Each firm operates through a professional network that requires continuous attention. It is important to work on recent contacts or those generated through social media in order to transform them into personal relationships. Devise an event that highlights your professionalism. Create an accreditation system that generates a mailing list which can be used for subsequent recall. Plan an event with several attractive elements: contents, location, speakers. If the event includes speeches, put together a panel of speakers that also contains people external to the firm. Organize the evening so that you and your staff can dedicate time to each invitee. Design invitations with simple graphics, making sure the place, date and contents are easy to understand. Send out save the date invitations and another invitation closer to the date with more details. Call the main contacts must-haves in person to remind them, and have your staff call the others nice-to-haves. After the event, the work is not over. You should contact everyone again to thank them, send them a press release excerpt, and invite those who are most interested to the office or for lunch or to the construction site.
Personal relationship. To highlight. Professionalism. Accreditation system. Attractive element. Panel of speakers. Invitee. Invitation with simple graphics. Must-haves. Nice-to-haves. Press release excerpt.